asshole. Looks like I'm still your only visitor. That's right, asshole. You can be as popular as you thought you were, and still no one will visit you. What a fucking cliche.
Rude. Kind of cute, though. Maybe he goes to our school. Hey, Erica. The doctor said they had to move you. So I talked to Dr. Friedman about taking chem tutoring, and he was all like, you've left it a bit late, haven't you, Miss Pace? And I was like, there are still 2 weeks left before finals. It was ridiculous. Like, teachers definitely shouldn't be discouraging students from asking for help. Like, it's super adult to accept you need help, right? Anyways, I went shopping for Macy's costume party on the 19th, and I found this insane lipstick and knew you'd love it. It's called Gatorade. Oh my god, it looks insane. I love it. So I talked to Emily and she said she's sorry about not being able to make it, but maybe over the weekend. And I talked to your dad and he's doing better. Anyways, I have to get going, but I will see you tomorrow, babe.
This is the comatose patients ward. We originally had a section in the east wing, but we've had to do a lot of rearranging.
Ridiculous. What happened to these two?
The boy was in a car crash only a month ago, but the girl's been here since September. She nearly drowned and hasn't shown any brain activity beyond dormancy.
Drowned?
Check the boy.
What?
That's where I left that. Whatever. Keep it. I got it for you anyways. Oh, this one is called Starburst. The pink ones are the best. So apparently, chunky bracelets are back. Records, mason jars, ugh. They're going all hipster on us. Like, in 40 years, how are you going to explain to your kids that you went to prom in suspenders and a beanie? Oh, I wanted to tell you that, it's just that I didn't mean, it's not fair. It's not fucking fair.
Visiting hours are over. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Help her.
Excuse me?
Help her. Make her wake up.
I'm sorry, I can't help you. It's time to leave.
Don't touch me! Why won't you help her? I mean, what's the point of you if you can't fucking do anything? I have to get her out of here. She'll die in here. I have to get her out. Oh. It's my fault. It's my fault she's here. I'm the one who made her come with me. I did this to her. It's my fault.
Don't blame yourself. There's nothing you can do for her. It's time to go.
But what about what I could have done for her? I'm the one who made her come swimming. She said we shouldn't trespass, and look what happened. I mean, this is her junior year. She should be with me, taking finals and trying on lipstick and losing her virginity, but instead she's just lying there. It's like I killed her. Why won't she wake up? Why won't she wake up?
Calm down. Take some deep breaths, okay? You're hyperventilating. That's it. 1, 2. 1, 2. Keep breathing. Let me help you out. It's time to go. You can see her tomorrow, okay?
Her parents don't even visit her anymore. Did you know that? They want to move. They're just waiting for her to die because they said she won't wake up. It's too painful. I'm the only one who's here for her, and even I left her. And if I leave her again and she dies, it'll be my fault, and it'll mean she hasn't forgiven me. I have to get out of here.
Here's the thing, asshole. You got everything and I got nothing. And all you could think about was the fact that I was a fag. I'm a fag. I'm a fucking fag. I'm fucking proud about it. But you know what it's like to walk down the hall and know that everyone knows it? And every single guy ever was your friend thinks that it was only because the whole time you wanted to suck his dick. And that you can't play football because every single guy thinks they're gonna catch gay from touching the ball. Or they want to stare at his junk in the locker room. You're so fucking entitled. And you've always had people waiting in line to suck your toes. Do you know how many times you broke my father's heart? Every day he saw me, all he could see was the world tearing me apart. You made my father ashamed of me. Shit.
Who's that? Peter Pan the Avenger, came the terrible answer. And as he spoke, Peter flung off his cloak. Then they all knew who 'twas that had been undoing them in the cabin. And twice Hook essayed to speak, and twice he failed. In that frightful moment, I think his fierce heart broke. At last he cried, "Cleave him to the brisket," but without conviction. "James Hook, thou not wholly unheroic figure, farewell, for we have come to his last moment."
Dr. Lawson, are you in here?
Yes, I'll be right out.
Well, hurry up then.
I just wanted to say, I didn't mean to. Shit, I didn't mean to. I just. Do you know how shitty you've made my life? Why did you do it? How could you think it was okay? When Amber said I could go to her end of the year party, I felt like everything was turning around. I just wanted to go and have a couple of beers and dance like every other loser. Why couldn't you even let me in that? I hadn't even had one beer when you arrived. I smiled and raised my can because I felt so damn good, and then you just jumped me. And I was surrounded and down on the ground, and your friends held me down, and you stepped over and you smiled and you jumped on me, and I could hear my ribs crack. And you held my chin with your hand, and someone threw you a marker, and you pulled the cap off with your teeth, and I was crying, and everyone laughed, and I remember the marker burned my skin. You smelled like alcohol. It was sharp, and when you crouched over me, I was afraid of what you would do. And then someone laughed. Someone said, "Leave him alone," and someone laughed. And you know what? It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. And I remember thinking this so clearly. How am I going to show up? How am I going to live through showing up at the front door of my house, all stained in a great big fag on my head? When you finally let me up, it was like a spring shoved me out the door and out onto the lawn. I fell on my hands and knees, and you came out all swaggery, and everyone came pouring out after you to see you, and they were cheering you on. And I told myself to stay still, to face you, to fight back, but then my heart exploded, and my stomach knotted, and I couldn't breathe. You broke me, and my bones shattered to 1,000 pieces, and I couldn't feel the cold anymore, just the wetness of my fear. So I ran, and I remember feeling my face burning and my legs pumping, and as I stumbled and ran, and I felt you start the engine of your car from behind. I felt the vibrations of the motor went through the ground and up into my legs, and I could see the forest lit up in front of me by the headlights, and everything was so quiet. And you just drove. You fucking asshole. You were ready to mow me down. And your friends yelled, "Run, you fucking fag, run!" And everybody was so quiet. They just stood there. No one did a single thing. How could they just sit back and let you try to kill me? Even when I heard a girl scream, and I heard a sharp crumple, and the woods lit up with sparks, and I could smell the oil leaking so strongly, I kept running until I fell somewhere in the woods in the dirt. And even when I heard the sirens of the ambulance, at first I thought they were for me. Someone was coming to see if I was all right. You tried to kill me, and still, everyone only cared about you.
Doctor?
Just under, yes.
Doctor, is there an error on Erica's chart? It says that she's been in a coma following pulmonary edema for almost 9 months. But what if we...
There's no error. She's shown signs of bradycardia, and we've classified her as being in a permanent vegetative state.
Her parents won't take her off life support.
How can you say that? Like it's final, like she won't recover. There's still a chance for her.
Even if the patient was to successfully recover, the chances of her recovering without some sort of significant disability are very low. There have been some cases where a successful recovery...
Enough of this. We aren't here to perform miracles. Our job is not to save them, merely preserve them. Don't expect anything more. Come along.
How can their parents have any faith in them recovering if we don't?
Julia, you're the type of doctor that probably went to medical school to save people. The thing is, real life isn't all textbooks and lectures. You can't diagnose everything. You can't hand out a neat little pill and cure the world. We're not immortal. And it's pointless to think that we can be.
So you think we shouldn't even try to save them? I mean, they could be alive, fully conscious inside.
Look around you. These people are never going to get up. They are brain dead. They will not wake. You're needed in the recovery ward.
It's just that everything is so confusing and complicated, and I just wish things were like they were. Did you know I read today in a magazine that lip gloss can kill you? Apparently there's this chemical that will leave tumors in your lips, so now I have to worry about that. Erica, I'm just so afraid because I don't feel ready yet. And I miss the simpler days when we just swam in the lake and we broke small laws and we thought alcohol tasted bad. It's my fault you're here. It's my fault. I'm the one who made you come swimming with me, and I didn't watch you close enough even though I knew you couldn't swim well, and I'm sorry I left you there. I'm so sorry. I was so afraid of getting caught. It's my fault that you're here, and it's my fault I'm growing up, and I just wish you would just wake up and tell me everything's okay and that you forgive me